Hey everyone, I'm Dave Jenkins, and I own a couple different companies for training. My main company is the one I'm wearing right now, Rochester Personal Defense, and I'm based out of Rochester, New York. Yes, behind the wall, we get it. I also own another company called Lions Pride Training Group, which I do a lot of road training under. And then the latest one that I kind of operate under is kind of a fun one, it's DFJ Incorporated, and the name was given to me by a really good friend of mine and trainer, Dave Spalding. So I just kind of ran with it, and now we have some fun with it. So um, the oh my god, the cool thing is we teach pretty much everything. Basic fundamentals of firearms, basic firearm safety, all the way up to advanced concealed carry. Where I live, I love that stuff. Where I can get somebody past the simplistic skill set of just I know how to get a gun out of a holster, I know how to do this, but now I can do more with this, and I love doing this stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do to grow too. I got started in the instructional world kind of, I don't know, kind of, I'm not going to say an accident, but I didn't plan on doing this. I was in law enforcement. I was doing some work there and I became a trainer. And then I got back into the civilian world. And a buddy of mine's like, why don't you become certified as an NRA instructor? And I was like, okay, what's that entail? And I went through the course, and apparently I did well. And the team that worked at the club that they had the course at wanted me to come in, and they hired me on to do some training with them. And it just kind of blossomed from there. After a while, I just decided I needed to start my own thing as a hobby and work with a buddy of mine. And 21 years later, I've got near 20 instructors. We train in 5 different locations of New York State. I travel about 4 or 5 times a year for training in different locations like Virginia, Ohio, Colorado, and it's just fun, and just it's the meeting the new people that keeps it fresh. It keeps me going, and the fact that I can take a lot of the stuff that I've learned and put into here and put into here, and I can give it to someone else and make them better, safer, make them more efficient. I love that challenge. I love doing that. So it just keeps me rolling. It's what gets me going to the office every day. So the A Girl and a Gun conference is it's a unique opportunity for both the attendees and the trainers because going back a few years ago, I got an invite. I couldn't make it. And then I told Robin, I'm there the next, if you want to invite me, I'm there. And we're coming up. This is the 4th or 5th time I've been there, and I look forward to it every year. This is like the event that I love doing. And the thing that makes it that much fun is the passion and the drive of the attendees. When they come down to the range bay where we're working, they are just ready to go. They're psyched. They're primed. I remember the first year I was there when they did the opening ceremony, and Robin got them all wound up. And we were way over on Bay 13, probably as far as you can be without going up the canyon into the long range. And I just heard this roar. I was like, what are we getting ourselves into? And then, like 4 or 5 minutes later, here comes this giant mass of women shooters. And they came in, they're smiling, they're happy, they're ready to go. And I knew it was going to be a good day. So if this is your first time coming to the A Girl and a Gun conference, be ready to be amazed. As an instructor, I've been to a lot of large format type things, and I was still blown away when I showed up and I saw how this whole place was just occupied by a girl and a gun. I kind of expected that there'd be some ranges being used and other ranges not being used, but Robin decided that she was going to use everything, and I can see why after seeing the first year. But your first year is going to seem overwhelming. Try not to do everything. Just what I would suggest is pick a couple things you want to work on and what you want to learn, and just focus on those. but also maybe give yourself time to immerse yourself in what else is going on. Just kind of wander by and observe, talk to other people, find out who's been there more years, get their advice after a while. But that first year, just dip your toe in the water, maybe your foot, but don't try to dive off the deep end and, off the high board and see what happens. Because I've been there too at some events, and I come away was like, I don't remember what I learned because it was all jumbled together. And what I would like to see you do is be able to go, that session that I had with Dave and Wendy, they were awesome. And, that session I had with this guy and that session I had with this lady, they were great. And I want you to be able to use that info you got. So don't overwhelm yourself where it just becomes blended. Be able to learn something specific so you can walk away with some extreme amount of value and then really want to come back next year and just then dive in, go for it. So when you're going to these training courses at the conference or in any training course in particular, there's a lot of commonalities that I see that you could call mistakes, but it's just there's things that I see that could be done differently and could be fixed easily. And one of them is coming into a class thinking what they're going to teach, or everything about what they're going to teach. And my theory is, why did you sign up if you already know everything? Right? And it's like, no, that's my twisted logic. But I know a lot. I've done a lot. But when I go to training myself 3-4 times a year when I can, I go in with an open book, open mind, clean slate. I wipe the board clean and I just go there and I want to suck as much knowledge out of the instructor that he's willing to give us. And I want to shove it into here. I just want to put it in here. And if it makes sense to me, then I'm going to start working on to see if I can use it. If it doesn't make sense to me, okay, I've learned what doesn't work for me and I can proof test what I already know. But I never go into a class with the attitude of, yeah, I'm just going to, shoot and I'm going to show them what I know. Like if I'm going to spend $500-$600 to prove what I already know, I'm wasting my money. I don't need my ego in the class. Another one that I would see, just a little quick one, is not being fully prepared for the course. I've had people show up with the wrong holster, even though we say don't show up with this holster. They'll do a concealed carry type course with a full out giant competition rig that somebody gave them, and it's got everything, including the kitchen sink attached to it, and the thing weighs 5 pounds. And we're doing a concealed carry class, and the only way they could conceal that is by putting a house around them. Read the description of the course. Usually they give you a gear list. Spec out that gear list and be ready. And then whatever they say for ammo count, double it. You never know. You might want to have some fun that day. So not showing up with enough ammo is one of the keys as well. So be prepared, have an open mind, be ready to learn, because every class you'll learn something. I guarantee it. And then have the right gear and then bring a lot of ammo. Bring a lot of ammo. If there was one skill or a mindset shift I would love a student to make when they complete a class or as they go through a class or training session with me, I would like to see them understand that they don't know everything yet. And then, they're just learning more. And this is another stepping stone in their path. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been licensed to carry in New York State for quite a while, 30 something years. And it's amazing. I got my license when I was like 5, right? But I know there's still more to learn, and I want to seek it out. And I've become a training junkie of some sort, because now I handpick what I want to do, and I'll go, this guy over here's got something. I'm going to go check that out. And then, wait a minute, this one's got a little different approach to it. Let me go look at this. So, what I want to see somebody do when they leave a class is they understand I got a little better. and I'm a little more efficient. I'm a little safer. I am a better gun handler. But in the skill set, I'd really just like to see your skills get overall more efficient and better. I'm not curriculum based on how I drive a class. I have an idea of what I'd like to cover. I've got this, 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 and this, and this, and we'll get to them, but we'll get to them in a manner that suits the attendees. So if somebody needs a little more work on their drawing, okay, we'll do a few more reps. I'll coach them up a little more. If their trigger control isn't very efficient and I can see them getting frustrated, we'll kind of mold them a little bit and then push them forward. And, basically the class, almost every class I do is customized. And it's customized to the attendees. Very few classes do I do that are just, we've hit this block and 15 minutes later, we got to move to this block and an hour later. I hate those. So my ideal class student is one who comes in with an open mind, like we talked about, but understands that they're now a little better. Their mindset is better. Their skill set is better, and they know what to go practice and work on to make themselves even better. If I was to encourage somebody about signing up for a session, even with us, number one, I use the phrase, I will have fun during our training session. It might be at my expense. It might be at your expense, but it's also a two-way street. I want you to have fun at my expense too. Okay. I want you to enjoy the session with us. And I am going to teach you as much as I can, as much as you ask for in the time frame we are given. I want to share a lot, and I know it's going to feel like you're drinking from the fire hose. It's just, you're just going to be flooded with info, but take away what you can. But don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared. Don't feel like you're out of your element, because what'll happen is the good instructors will get you what you need. They will get you squared away. They'll get you set up. They will bring you up in a manner that is supportive. So no one's going to yell at you. No one's going to make you feel bad. It's just going to be a good training day. And that's what I want you to expect, is just show up and expect a good training day. Be psyched for it. I want you to want to get information out of the instructor. So you have to ask questions. You have to want to learn. And I tell you, in the times I've been there and all of the sessions we've done, that has never been a problem. So I think it's already wired into the program. And I know the people that are attending, they're not the ones that are just very casual about what they're doing. They are serious because, I get it. You're gonna show up. You've traveled a distance. Okay. You've spent some money to sign up. You've brought your gear. You've bought ammo. You've got a bunch of stuff ready to go. You're dedicated. So you showed up. That's the dedication right there. I don't know how much more I can encourage you, because you're already there. But I want you to think, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have a blast, and I'm going to go pick on Dave and Wendy, and they're going to pick on me a little bit. And I want everybody to come to our sessions, but I know we're only one of 50 or 60 or 70 instructors there, and you've got a lot of choices. But I'll tell you, you come to our class, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to have fun doing it. So if you wanted to look up what I do to get a better handle on what I'm doing, or just find me in places I'm traveling, you can look me up on my main website, safeinrochester.com. It's all one big word, safeinrochester.com. I also have my other site, the traveling team. It's Lions Pride Training, with a dash in between Lions Pride and Training.com. So it's Lions Pride Training.com. And, or just honestly, hit me up at dfj911@pm.me. And I will answer. I'm always on that email anyways, because I've got a lot of stuff coming into it. And if, a couple more emails you want to reach me at, one is dfjprotraining@gmail.com. Right. Or rpdllctraining@gmail. And like I said, a lot of these will come to me. I'm all over them. You can find us on social media that we're easily searchable. Um, just hit me up. Let me know what you need. And honestly, if you're looking for a course I'm doing on the road, ask me and I'll tell you where I'm going to be. I know I'm going to be in Virginia, middle of June, and I'm going to be in Ohio, Northern Ohio, in the middle of May for some 2-day courses. So those will be a lot of fun. And, but, and if somebody's looking to host, I travel well.